Williams, it's been a while since we last saw each other. How have you been? Did you know that I got married to Donald 2 years ago? We welcomed our first baby this year. We're really happy right now. How about you? Are things going well for you?
Huh? Is this Sabin? Why are you contacting me pretending to be an old friend? You cheated on me, left me for your lover, and I never heard from you again, until now. You've got a lot of nerve, huh?
I've finally settled down and thought it was a good time to reach out to you. I apologize for all the trouble I caused you in the past. What happened between us was over 5 years ago, so let's move on from it.
You think I'm just going to forgive you for everything you did to me with a simple apology? You were cheating on me the entire time we were together. You ran off with your lover on our wedding day. And he even interrupted the ceremony, shouting, "Wait! Don't marry him!" Then he took you away without any resistance from you, mind you. It was like a scene from a movie.
I know. What he did was so romantic, wasn't it? Donald is amazing.
No, he's not amazing. Are you living in some fairy tale land? It shocked me and everyone else at the wedding. You both just left, waving goodbye to everyone, as if it was a normal ending. We waited for an hour hoping you'd come back, and when you didn't, people started looking for you. But nobody could find you anywhere. Nobody could reach you, and everyone started panicking. Nobody knew what was happening.
Don't get so angry. That was 5 years ago. Let's leave it in the past. Be a man about it.
After we realized you weren't coming back, your mother fainted from the stress. And your father was so embarrassed that he kneeled down and started apologizing to me. Not to mention the wasted food at the wedding reception. And me having to apologize to everyone and return their wedding gifts. It wasn't just me, everyone involved in the wedding has bad memories of it. And you're telling me to act like a man?
You keep going on and on, don't you? I ended things with you before we got married. So, we didn't need a divorce or anything.
That's not the point. You didn't just ruin my life, you caused problems for everyone there.
Whatever. That was a long time ago. It's in the past. Isn't there a statute of limitations on how long people can hold on to grudges? It's water under the bridge, okay? Anyway, Williams, I'm sure you've moved on and found someone else since you couldn't have me, right? Married life is great. And aren't kids adorable?
Look, I don't want to talk to you anymore. But before I let you go, I want to settle our accounts. I need to get this weight off my shoulders.
Settle our accounts? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the money. For canceling the wedding. I want $30,000. You and your parents didn't contribute to the wedding expenses. So, who do you think paid for it? I think I should also get 5 years' worth of interest on top of that. And let's not forget that when you left me, you took the $20,000 I had saved up. That was my life savings. Oh, and don't forget that you ran off with your lover in my CR. That's another $20,000. Even if I'm being generous with the interest over these 5 years, you still owe me at least $80,000. You better pay me right now.
Huh? What's all this about? Why do you think I should pay all that?
Because it's all your fault. You took all of that from me. You left me at the altar to run off with your lover. You stole my life savings and my car. Do you really think you can do all that and get away with it?
Well, it doesn't matter. I can't afford to pay $80,000. I don't have that kind of money. Besides, I have a child now. Raising kids is expensive, and I need all the money I can get. I can't give you something I don't have.
If you don't have it, you better figure out a way to make it and pay me. Use your savings, sell your belongings, or take out a loan from the bank. I don't care. Do whatever it takes. Your child has nothing to do with me.
It's impossible. I'm not going to pay you. I'm not going to pay for a wedding that didn't happen. It's ridiculous to think I should.
Oh, my God. What you're saying makes no sense. Everyone came to celebrate our wedding. You ran off with someone else. There was no wedding. There's nothing to celebrate. Do you think it would have been normal to continue with the reception? Would people have had a good time? I know you probably would have, but people aren't like you.
Yeah, I probably could have still enjoyed myself. But there's no way I can pay you $80,000. It's okay if we forget about your savings and your car too, right?
What are you talking about? Those two things are the most important. You gave your lover a spare key to my apartment, and he broke in when I wasn't there. He stole my car keys, stole my car, and drove it to our wedding to take you away. That was my brand new car. I had just bought it 2 months before you stole it. And after you left me on our wedding day, you immediately emptied my bank account. You took everything from me that day. You're not just a terrible fianca copyright, you're a thief, plain and simple.
Technically, we were still engaged when I took that money. So, it was essentially mine too. Once we got married, it would have been mine anyway. So, you're basically asking for me to return my own money, aren't you?
That was never your money. And I was going to use it to pay for the wedding that never happened. You never contributed anything to those savings. I worked hard to save that money. And since we weren't married, you can't claim that half of anything is yours, let alone all of it. Especially the car. It was under my name. There are documents to prove that.
Don't even bring up the car. I didn't steal it. We just used it briefly. We abandoned it before we left the state. Don't expect me to pay for that either.
Of course, I want you to pay for it. I had just gotten that car. You know how much I love cars. You took it and left it in a bad neighborhood. When the police finally found it, it had been stripped of everything. You can't imagine how shocked I was to see it in that condition. You knew how much I loved that car. I'm going to make sure you pay for that.
You're always talking about money, money, money. It's annoying. I don't care about all that.
So, no matter what, you're telling me you won't pay me back a single cent? Not for the wedding? Not for the car? Not for my life savings?
That's correct. I have a new life with Donald and our child. Our relationship is over, so stop trying to hold on to me. I definitely won't pay you any money. You're just jealous and trying to interfere with my family's happiness.
I'm going to call the police.
Huh? The police? What are you talking about calling the police?
It's quite clear, isn't it? Nothing you did was legal. You're a thief. Maybe the police won't care about the wedding cost, but stealing my car and my life savings, that's 100% theft. There's no denying it. If I call the police, they'll get involved this time.
What? You're lying.
I have no reason to lie. You think just because we were engaged, everything you did was legal? Are you that naive? Did you never think that what you were doing was against the law?
But we're not criminals. If they catch us, what will happen to Donald and me? What about our child? What will happen?
Both stealing my life savings and my car qualify as grand theft. I assume both of you would be put in separate prisons. And I guess the child would go to child services, probably to a foster home. I'm not sure. You're looking at a 10-year sentence. So, you might get out just in time to see your child graduate from elementary school.
That's terrible. You would tear our family apart over this? You're horrible. You're the criminal. They should lock you up.
They won't lock me up for having my belongings stolen. So, what's your plan? Do you want me to call the police? Have them track you down through these messages you've been sending? And have them separate your new family? Or are you going to turn yourself in, and maybe only one of you will go to jail? Or are you going to pay me the $80,000 you owe me? If you pay me, I won't have a reason to involve the police.
I understand. I'll somehow find a way to pay you. But right now, I don't have that kind of money. How about a down payment of $300? No, $600? I'll pay the rest in installments. Please, don't involve the police.
$600? That's a start, I suppose. Send a cashier's check to my lawyer. Let's make it official. I'll provide you with my lawyer's information and send you a picture of his business card to avoid any mistakes.
A cashier's check? Can't I just transfer the money to your account?
Do you think I'm going to give a thief my bank information? I don't even want to give you my current address. So, send the cashier's check to my lawyer. I'll inform him about the situation. Make sure he receives it within a week. Do you understand?
Yes, I understand. Missed call. What's going on? The police arrested Donald. Did you break your promise? You said if I paid you the money, you wouldn't involve the police.
Oh, he's already been arrested? Wait. They didn't take you along with him?
I was out with my baby. When I was walking home, I noticed a police car parked outside my apartment. The officers had Donald in handcuffs and were putting him in the back of the police car. I quickly hid to avoid being seen.
Damn. You weren't there when they arrived. I thought they would apprehend all of you at once. That's unfortunate.
What were you planning? Why did you contact the police? I paid you the money. You're just a liar.
I never lied. I said if you paid me the money, I wouldn't call the police. That meant if you paid me the $80,000, I wouldn't involve the cops. But you only paid $600.
I told you I would pay the remaining amount in small installments. You said you wouldn't involve the police, which is why I paid you the $600.
As if I would believe anything you said. How many times have you betrayed me in the past? I needed an official contract, like a court order, to trust you. That's why I insisted on a cashier's check from the bank. It would be traceable to you.
So, you're saying you planned to involve the police from the beginning? You lied about not wanting a bank transfer just to catch me.
I told you, I didn't lie. I was serious when I said I didn't want to share my bank details or address. I simply wanted to find out where you all lived, which is why I did it this way. Sooner or later, it would have come to this. It's been 5 years since I first reported everything to the police.
You're a liar. You're despicable. You're the scammer. I can't believe you'd go to such lengths. Are you happy now that you've ruined our lives?
That's still not enough to make me happy. This hasn't even begun to make up for what you did to me. Cheating on me, breaking my heart, and discovering everything on our wedding day. Stealing my car, taking all my life savings, and making me chase after you for the past 5 years. You know, I had to undergo therapy because of all this. And then you message me, bragging about how great your life is with your new husband and baby. What were you thinking?
I don't care about all that. Those are your problems. I don't care. I'm taking my baby and running away. I'll protect my baby. No one is taking her away from me.
You're just going to abandon Donald like that? The man who swept you off your feet at our wedding and carried you into the sunset?
Shut up.
Fine. Run away. Run away like you always do. It will only lead to more serious charges against you. Take your child and run away from your problems forever. I wonder how far you'll get.
You're scum. I'll never forgive you for this. I won't let this end the way you want it to. Remember that.
You don't have to remind me to remember, I'll never forget this. I'm quite persistent, aren't I? After that, Sabin attempted to take her child and flee. However, she lacked a car and the funds for a bus ticket, so the police swiftly located her. Honestly, my initial inclination was to take them to court and have them incarcerated. But upon reflection, that would impose the responsibility of caring for her child on either her parents or siblings. I didn't want to burden them. They are genuinely good-hearted people. Moreover, it's not the child's fault. We managed to reach an out-of-court settlement by adding an additional amount to their owed debt. We agreed on $90,000. With the assistance of Sabin's parents, I received the full sum in a single payment. Sabin and Donald are now diligently working to repay Sabin's parents. Sabin's parents own a business and have both Sabin and Donald working for them now. I've heard that Sabin's parents are working them both exhaustively due to the trouble caused. As for Sabin's baby, I've been informed that her brother and his wife are taking care of the child. I believe that was a wise decision. Neither Sabin nor Donald possess the maturity to raise a child. As for me, I used a portion of the settlement to purchase a new car. The most unfortunate aspect of the whole ordeal was having my new car stolen. Currently, I am not seeking marriage. I simply want to relish the freedom of driving around.